Hello and welcome everybody to Plague Inc. Now, for those who don't know what Plague Inc. is, basically, you have a virus, a bacteria, some kind of disease, and you have to try to wipe out the population. So, I did one quick run through on this to see if it's the same as what I've played with before, and it is. So, I'm going to stick with bacteria. This time, we'll keep on going through. We discovered new gene types. Darwinist increases the chance of your plague mutating. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep mine the way that it is. But we're going to go through. We're going to go on to normal mode, since it seems like about this as common as you can get, considering only 67.3% of people wash hands, doctors work 3 days a week, and sick people are ignored as usual. Compared to all of these sick people locked in prison, that's not very likely. So we're going to continue on with this. Obviously, we got a nice COVID-19 here, just sticking with the times. Now, from what I've done before when I played this game, I typically always try to start in Madagascar, because Madagascar is like the hardest one to get because they only have a port. They have no other way of getting in there. Yes, Greenland is the same way, but Greenland I feel like I've never had as much of an issue with as much as I do with Madagascar in this type of game. So we are going to start here, and basically, as it said, you get you get these DNA points that are in the bottom left-hand corner, and the more people you infect, the more points that you get. You're going to get those orange bubbles that you can pop to get more DNA points, and then when you do get them, you can go through here, get different types of transmission things. Obviously, you have your symptoms to make the disease worse. And then you can have abilities, like you could get cold resistance, so it can survive in cold, warm temperatures, medications won't work on it, and then bacterial resistance, so that's just all climates. So right now, I don't think that we really need to do much with it. So it's spreading from person to person, and it will grow exponentially. So we just need to go ahead and let us build up a little bit of points. We're already at 7, and I got one bubble there, and now we're at 9. So I'm going to go ahead and have it be pathogen can survive outside of the body in fresh, warm water, increase infectivity, especially in humid environments, and ship transmission. So we're going to evolve that now, since we're going to use all 9, but it should help us out a lot, because obviously it can transmit easier in the water. So I'm gonna go ahead and just give us the little bit of a speed up. So right now we are in April 22nd of 2021. So we're gonna click that bubble, and now we have infected hundreds of people already at this point. We're at 400, 500, 6, 7, 8, 1,000. It's getting to the point that I can't even keep up, but we got 17 DNA points. So I'm going to spend 10 on getting air pathogen. So now it spreads more easily through the air. It's infected thousands. We're at 6,116 already. And the more that we upgrade this, the faster it's going to spread. So I'm going to say let's go with spreading more through rodents. So now it'll spread better with rodents, and it can pass through the air better and through the water. So hopefully in a couple minutes here, there we go, we already got it just when I was saying that, it transferred over to Australia. So now the disease is getting started in Australia. We'll start to see a couple of dots over there. We got it in Saudi Arabia. It's infected more people than TB. So we're going to go back in here. Sadly, we cannot do any of this, but we are going to go ahead and give us a bacterial resistance. So it's a little bit stronger in all climates now. So this is what I don't like. It automatically mutates. But now people are going to start catching on that there is some kind of a disease. So I want to go ahead and go to my symptoms, and I am going to devolve this for 2 DNA points. Or it's going to give me 2 DNA points. But now there's no symptoms. They're not going to know that they have a disease. I don't want them to know that they have a disease when there's only 22 million people infected with this. Because then there's not enough people for me to actually start taking big strides with this. So I'm going to go ahead and see. We can't do anything with 7 DNA points, sadly. So I'm going to just have to wait a little bit longer. And we are almost to the 1 year mark of me trying to get this disease throughout all countries. So yeah, pretty much the only thing I can do right now is just waiting. So there we go, and that puts me at 12. So now I can get drug resistance. So that will help us in spreading through Australia because it is more of a evolved country and they have more medications. So now my infected rate in Australia is going up, and hopefully soon it'll start to spread to a couple other places. Like I just got Canada in it on it now. And apparently Alaska is part of Canada. So that, I guess, is fine. So we're going to go ahead and, we're in a few more places here. All right. I don't know what's going on with my cursor. It's kind of glitching every now and then, but that's all right. It's beginning to spread around the world. Use the world data menu in the bottom corner to see which is infected and which is not. So we have plenty of places that we are not infected yet, and we haven't even made a dent in the healthy population. And now apparently we have cysts coming in, and I don't want that. So we are going to, yes, devolve that. Go to the transmission, and we are going to give it to insects. That now will be able to just make it a little bit better for us spreading through places like all of Africa. So now I think the best thing for us to do is to try to wait and give it to a little bit more for livestock. I think it cost 9, so yeah, we're spreading to all kinds of places in this area now. Oh boy, I'm not even gonna be able to click on these fast enough. Heavy flooding in Iceland. I don't know if I'm even in Iceland, but that's not important right now. So we got livestock now, so it's going to cost us 17 DNA points to get the next one. So I'm going to say we're going to have to hold off on that. So let's claim up all of these. We got tons going here. We're at 4350. We're going up about 10 million every just over a second. So COVID-19 has infected more people in the world than HIV. So it's spreading pretty fast. So I'm going to give this some cold resistance just so it can spread a little bit better. We're still going to have to give it some heat resistance, but I think that we are getting points at a pretty solid rate right now. So I mean, we're infecting countries left and right. I don't want you to be coughing symptoms. Not yet, at least. We're going to make this disease very deadly, but I want to save that until I get almost all of the world infected. I want to make sure that it gets to everybody without them knowing. Look at how fast that spreads. Oh, we're getting points so fast right now. All right, so now I don't even know if I want to do anything for transmission. I might just stick with a little bit of abilities. So let's go with, I'm going to say we'll just go with this. And now survivable in all climates. I guess we'll just go with that. That cost 14 DNA points, but I think it's okay. More than the common cold. I think that's some pretty good progress. Infecting more people than the common cold. So we are still at, we got 35, 38 points, 42. We're going up so fast. We got billions. Sadly, 20 or 200 is dead, but that's probably because we're getting these random symptom mutations that I don't want. But we're at 62 DNA points, and we have 5 billion people infected. New aid initiative, making them less vulnerable to disease. I think we're okay. Let's go to the world. Greenland, as I said, is the last one standing. Okay, never mind. As I'm saying that, I didn't even get to finish saying it before they got infected. I'm at 109 points. So let's go back into the abilities. I might as well just upgrade the cold resistance just to get it through Greenland a little bit faster. I don't want anemia. That is definitely not what I would like. We're going to devolve you, and we're still sticking pretty at 97 DNA points. Now, I'm saving these all up. Yeah, you don't matter to me. 6%. There's only 400 million healthy people left in the world. And then we're going to spend every single one of these DNA points just making this the most deadly disease that I can possibly make. So we got how many? 77 million people. That is not going to take nearly any time at all. So we need to get 51 million. We're almost there. 37. I think we're at the point that I could probably start making this deadly because there is almost nobody left. And I'm going to get a little pop-up here. Not that. And you know what? Sure, I'll keep the anemia symptom because now every healthy person in the world has got it. So I'm going to start here, coughing. And then we can go to pneumonia. And we can get pulmonary fibrosis and then total organ failure. We can also get coma while we're at it because, you know, why not? We'll get some paralysis going. And I think after all that, we'll top it off with a little bit of sneezing. And now we just watch this grow. Yeah. Spain was the first one to find it, and they're going to start trying to make a cure, but literally takes seconds for us to get into the millions. They're not going to have any chance. Like, I'm getting these pop-ups so fast because there's so many people dying. We're probably going to hit the first billion dead in about a couple seconds here. And we are 1/7 through the entire population of the world. We might as well go back through here, and we'll I don't know what we want to go with. We'll give them a fever, and then we'll start to go with some skin lesions after this. I don't even know if I'll be able to make it in time to get the skin lesions. Actually, yes, I can. We got plenty of time, and then we can get necrosis after that. But I don't know. We're already halfway through the population. So I don't know if we're going to have enough time to get all of the upgrades that I want to get. So there we go. We got necrosis. And then hemorrhagic shock. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I am definitely don't know my medical terms. But they are 50% of the way done with the cure. But there's less than 1 billion people left alive. So I don't think that this is going to work out very well for the rest of this population. So let's go ahead and get that upgrade now. And then I don't think I have much to worry about. There's 30 million people left in the world. We're going to slow this down real fast. And we'll go a little bit less than that. And we have 400,000 people left in the world. Who's live? What countries we got? Oh, they're kind of actually spread out through everywhere. Yeah, we got a little bit of people all over the place, and it's looking like This plane is going, but they died on the plane. So that was our very first victory in Plague Inc. If you guys want to see some more, just let me know down in the comments and I will gladly record some more. It took us just about, I'm going to say about 3 years, a little bit more, but I think that that's pretty decent. If you guys would like more, as I said, please do leave a comment, and I will see you all next time.